Welcome back to the DDTW Wrestling Weekly Rewind. As you can see, it's just me again. Unfortunately, my boy has some family things going on, and I told him, worry about that. I'll handle this. So unfortunately, just at me this week. We're not splitting it up like we did the last time. So as always, stay tuned. We're going to go inside and outside the ropes. There's not really like a main topic. There's a couple re-signings, a couple call-ups. As always, we're starting off with AEW. Last week, before Dynamite even got underway, there was already action happening backstage. The bounty that the Demand put out on Jet Speed, I believe last week or 2 weeks ago, was already claimed. But by who? The newest AEW signing, and unfortunately newest Don Callis family member, Jake Doyle, or if you watched TNA, he was Jake something, collected the bounty. The Demand came out, and we were like, oh, we don't know who did it. Of course, Don Callis was there, and Don Callis was like, oh, well, it was my newest signing, Jake Doyle. And he looks like he's teaming up with Mark Davis, and they just look like a bunch of monsters. The opening match was an AEW Continental Eliminator between Jon Moxley and Shelton Benjamin, and it was an amazing match. Like it's basically two different generations, because Shelton was definitely the generation before Moxley, but it was an awesome match. In the end, Mox got the win, which means Shelton does not get a title shot. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's if you lose in an eliminator, you don't get a title shot as long as Mox is the champion, which is a cool thing. Like I wish WWE would do it. They only do it as like a stipulation of, if we've fought a bunch of times, we're like, cool, you get one more, but if you win, you don't ever get a shot as a title as long as I have it. I wish they would do more stuff like that. Unfortunately, with Jet Speed being taken out in the beginning of the show, though, Jungle Jack Perry needed new partners to go against the Demand. And did he ever have a tag team? The Young Bucks are back. Not the EVP Young Bucks, not the snooty Young Bucks. The Super Kick Party music, Young Bucks, the tassels and all were back, and it was awesome to hear that music. I loved it. It was perfect. And then obviously Perry and the Bucks were able to take out the Demand. They got the win. But to see the original Young Bucks back, I was so excited for it. I can't wait to see what else they're going to do. In the main event of Dynamite, it was a lights-out match between Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland against the Ops of Hook and Powerhouse Hobbs. These are the lights-out matches. You know, my only problem with this one, it was actually lights out. Like they had a spotlight on both of on the like wherever they were at, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. They did turn the lights back on eventually. They pulled out the cinder blocks. They pulled out the staple gun. At one point, Swerve was stapling Hobbs, and it wasn't even affecting him. He didn't even care. And then I don't know if I think Hangman stapled him in the I think either that or like the thigh. I don't remember. It did end when they pulled out. Obviously, it's like their special weapon. Like Sandman has the kendo stick. Well, Socko's different. Moxley has the forks. It feels like it's like Swerve and Hangman now have this chain. It ended when Hangman wrapped the chain around Hook's neck. He got the house call with the chain on the side of his face, but then he got hung over the ropes, and that's when he tapped out, giving the win to Hangman and Swerve, which was a great ending to Dynamite. Then the only really thing that happened on Collision is Mark Briscoe retained the TNT title against Don Callis family member Hechicero. And I kind of forgot how good Hechicero is, because there's like 15 people now in the Don Callis family, and he doesn't get used a lot. But it's also weird because the list that I saw, I believe, had Jake Doyle on it, but it was 15 people with Don Callis. I don't know if you count him or not. I guess you count him. I don't know. He doesn't wrestle, though, so I'm not 100% sure. Now that AEW's out of the way, let's go on over to SmackDown. SmackDown started with Trick Williams' first match on the main roster against Rey Fenix. After pulling a handful of tights, Trick did get the win. I hope this isn't what has come to Phoenix, just being the guy that puts everybody over, because he's a tremendous athlete, is an amazing superstar. He needs to get hooked up back with his brother, like we've been saying. The Lucha Bros need to come back. Two-time Women's United States Champion Julia defended her title against Alexa Bliss. Julia did retain with the help of Nia Jackson, Last Legend, distracting Bliss along with Kiana James. And it didn't help that Charlotte wasn't there. Charlotte was sick. So after the match, they continued to beat up and destroy Bliss. We had another debut match for a wrestler. Jordynne Grace defeated Alba Fire, which I'm okay with. That whole Chelsea Green, Alba Fire, Piper Niven, I'm overall. I shouldn't even say I'm over it. I was never into it. After the match, though, Grace was confronted by Jade Cargill, and I hope she dethrones Cargill. I was never the biggest Cargill fan, even when she was in. I don't know. I don't think we were doing the podcast when she was in AEW. We may have been, but I was over her there. They're doing the same thing to her here that they were doing to her there. Yeah, she's not getting jobbers, but the little matches that she does, she's winning, and I don't see the hype. She is getting better. She's getting better than she was in AEW, but I don't see the hype. Carmelo Hayes is continuing the United States Open Challenge. This week it was answered by Shinsuke Nakamura. Hayes has still retained afterwards. I want to see Trick Williams answer this. I don't know if he should win or not, but I want to see Trick answer and go against Hayes because they had banger matches back in NXT. The main event for SmackDown was the 3 Stages of Hell match for the undisputed WWE Championship between Cody and Drew. The first fall, which was a normal match, went to Drew after he low-blowed Cody and then gave him the Claymore. The second fall was a Falls Count Anywhere match, and that went to Cody. So obviously, I think 3 Stages of Hell have always gone to the third stage. I don't think they've ever finished in 2. The final match for it was a steel cage match. Drew was about to leave the cage when someone was blocking him. It's the big brawly dude standing there. Took off his hoodie, took off his face mask. It was the returning Jacob Fatu, and I'm so excited that if this is where he's going to be in the storyline, I'm so excited. Fatu pushed Drew back into the ring, and he was stomping him out. Cody pulled Fatu away, kind of like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you shouldn't be in the match. You shouldn't be interfering if you want to wait for afterwards, whatever. So they got into it. They were pushing each other back and forth on the other end of the ring, which allowed Drew to crawl out, climb out, fall out, whatever you want to say, and become the new undisputed WWE champion. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see where it goes. Cody's not getting a rematch at the Rumble. Does this mean he's going to be in the Rumble and win it 3 years in a row? I don't know. But they announced 4 matches for this week that the winner of each is going to be in a fatal 4-way at Saturday night's main event. The winner of that is going to face Drew at the Rumble for the undisputed title. I don't know where the rematch is. I'm not 100% sure. So now that we're done with SmackDown, let's head over to Raw. Raw had another new signee have their first match. Well, not really their first match, but Javon Evans defeated Bravo Americano. I'm not 100% sure. I think Bravo was actually Tyler Bate because he did the head spinning move that Bate always does. I don't know if he's back or not. The other guy definitely wasn't. Is it Rio? Rio definitely wasn't Pete Dunne. But Bravo may have been Tyler Bate. We also had a triple threat match to determine the number 1 contender for the Women's Tag Team Championship after the opening. So it's really Riho. It's Rhea and Io came out. They started out Raw. They were talking. And then Liv and Roxanne came out. Bayley and Lyra came out, and then the Kabuki Warriors came out. Everybody got into it. So it was Liv Morgan and Roxanne defeating Bayley and Lyra and the Kabuki Warriors for a match at, I don't think it's the Rumble. I think it's Saturday Night Main Event, which I hope they win it back. It'd be weird if they did, because it would be a quick turnaround for people like Io and Rhea. But Liv needs a title. I love seeing titles on Liv. It just gives her more TV time too. The main event was, to me, very lackluster. The main event was Gunther defeating AJ Styles. Near the end, Gunther tapped, but the ref didn't see it because it was on the other side, and AJ was like, yeah, cool, I won, he tapped, and then Gunther, I don't even know what he hit him with because I wasn't really paying attention. I'm over the Gunther stuff. It doesn't even have anything to do with the Cena stuff. I'm over the Gunther stuff. But like he was walking up, looked back at the ring, and the trademark thing came up, and I was like, that was the end of Raw. Like there was, obviously I only talked about like 3 things, but like Punk came out, was talking about stuff. Finn came out, and next week it's Punk versus Finn for the title. That's awesome. You had that. You had Javon Evans. You had this awesome 3-way triple threat with the women, and you're gonna end with Gunther and AJ. And that's not even against AJ. It's just, you're gonna end the show with Gunther and then him walking up and laughing to end the show. I don't know. I'm not into it. I'm over the Gunther stuff. Now that Raw and SmackDown are out of the way, let's head over to NXT. But before it even happened last night, a lot of stuff happened during the day. It was announced that Eli Knight, the Vanity Project, and Keanu Carver are all now officially on the NXT roster. They were all Evolve champions. The Vanity Project has Swipe Right, and I can't think of the guy's name, but the guy is actually the Evolve Men's Champion. I do like this one guy, Eli Knight. I think him and LA need to team up and be like the Knights or something. That'd be kind of funny. Or, oh wow, I just thought about this. This dude's name is Eli Knight. LA Knight here is obviously LA Knight. But in TNA, he was Eli Drake. I think I'd like to see Eli Knight versus Eli Drake even better. So Ava opened NXT with the men's NXT title still sitting in the middle of the ring from last week. She announced there's going to be a 6-person ladder match coming up to determine the new champion. Ricky Saints obviously came out saying I should already be in it, but he's going to have a chance. I don't know. I think there's 1 match announced, maybe 2 announced for next week. I don't really remember. Jasper Troy retained the men's speed championship against Tavion Heights. I love these 2, man. These 2 guys are awesome. Any match that either one of them are in is a banger. Blake Monroe came out to cut a promo. Before she even say anything, Miss Parker returned. Jada Parker came out. They got into a fight. They got into it. I'm a big fan of Jada Parker. Besides the fact that her entrance video looks like a GTA cover. That part, I don't really like that part. And I love that they don't have her over OTM. I'm so happy they separated her from OTM because I don't understand. Like, my boy had them on his list for, like, people that are going to do big things this year. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't get it. Maybe the stuff that... I feel like they're WWE, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, whoever, is trying to push them as a babyface, almost like what they did with Roman before COVID. And I don't know. I don't see it happening. I don't like it. The TNA International title was on the line. And I don't know what it is about the blue leather belt, but I love that blue leather belt. And I love the reason why. I love the reason that it's because it's the ocean and the gold plates are like the different continents. I love that. Stax retained the title against the LFG Season 2 winner Shiloh Hill. That was another banger match. Shiloh Hill is so good. I love the little bit that I saw of Season 1 of LFG. I loved him and Jasper Troy, and I'm so glad they're both on NXT now. They're gonna, when they get called up, especially Jasper Troy, he's gonna be a monster. The main event, no disqualification match between Deion Lennox and Joe Hendry, was next. Hendry was able to convince OTM to come out and help him with the rest of Dark State, because last week he was saying stuff like, I need you guys, I need help with the rest of Dark State. They did. It was a 2-on-3, but they were able to manage to hold him off. They got to the back. Deion Lennox was about to hit Hendry with a chair, but Tony D'Angelo appeared, took out Hendry, so he took out both of them, and then he dragged Hendry over Lennox for Hendry to get the win. He took out some refs. He just walked away and stared at Ava and took out some security. He walked away and just stared at Ava as he was leaving. I thought when he lost was it North American title? I thought he was getting a call up along with like Trick. I thought him and Trick were going up at the same time. Maybe he gets an actual NXT title run before he gets called up. That'd be nice. I don't really have news besides the call-ups from NXT. I have no AEW news. The only other thing I have is from TNA, and it's Cedric Alexander and the Hometown Man have re-signed another contract. It didn't say how many years. There's also a rumor, I think it's a rumor, I don't think it's confirmed yet, that all of the Rascals are now free agents and can do what they want. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. I've just heard it's a rumor. I don't know. Speaking of TNA, that has a little bit to go in my promo. I was very excited because tomorrow, this should be out today, Wednesday. As of tomorrow, it's TNA's first night on AMC. AJ Styles is going to be there. I didn't put that in the news, but AJ Styles is going to be there. But Hulu does not have AMC. So I guess my promo isn't more towards TNA. It's more towards Hulu, Disney. You guys don't have AMC Live. And there's so many channels on there that, like, you have like 5 Vivo channels that are just music. Why? Get AMC. Now I either need to get AMC Plus, YouTube TV, which my parents have it. I might check it out. I might see if I can log in on my phone, see what it's like. Because I thought about getting that once before. I don't remember why. Oh, because Hulu was stupid with the whole, you lost internet, we need to hook up your internet back again. That was dumb. But they fixed that, but now they don't have AMC. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was super hyped to watch TNA on TV again. It's been years. I haven't seen it in years. I didn't have Destination America when they were on it. Of course, once they left it, that's when I was able to finally have the channel. But I was so excited to watch TNA this week, and now I don't know if I can, because we're gonna talk about it on the show because it is on national television now. I'll have to watch it on Twitter, go online and read what happened. I don't like doing that. Regardless, like I watch AEW and WWE, but I still go online to like write the results down, but I remember stuff as I'm writing the stuff down. Doing it with TNA, I don't know how much fun it's going to be if I can't watch it. Just get AMC Hulu. Like apparently you can watch certain things off of AMC, but not live. You can watch like I guess The Walking Dead is on Hulu. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. AMC just needs to be on Hulu. Now I have a second promo. Last week, one day, I think it was, I went to McDonald's and I was like, you know what? Let me get a Happy Meal. They have Disneyland 70th anniversary figures. I was like, you know what? There's 2 in a thing. Let me get a Happy Meal. I wasn't super hungry. I just needed something before like dinner to hold me over. So obviously that was enough. And I was like, cool, I'll get 2 little toys because there's 2 in a Happy Meal. I can even make a short about it on my other channel. Get it, come home, eat the food. I go to open it up. It's not even Disneyland toys. It's some stupid thing that it wasn't Minecraft, but they looked like Minecraft. They were like secret pets or something. It wasn't Secret Life of Pets because that's cool. I don't know what these things were. They immediately got tossed. I was so annoyed. I just wanted 2 little Disneyland figurines because I even thought about doing like taking them with me when I go away, going on whatever rides they coincide with. I thought it was something cool, but no, McDonald's has to go and not have any more, even though the display shows them, even though I went through the drive-thru and I got whatever, and it came up on the screen after like my order, it flipped around to, oh, what 2 toys are you going to get? I didn't get any because McDonald's doesn't have them anymore. Made me mad. I feel like I haven't had a real promo in a little bit, and now I had 2. So obviously with my boy not being here, taking care of family things, there's no podcast this week. I may upload like a bonus episode of something I did for my channel. I may upload it on my channel and here. I put the box away already. Ultimate Editions, I'm pointing at them because they're over there. Cody and Brandy Rhodes, I just did a video for them. I might put them on here as a bonus just so you guys have something this week. But if not, we're obviously going to be back next week. Episode 50, it's a big episode. I have ideas of what to do. I haven't got to discuss with him yet because of everything that's been happening and going down. But I'm hoping we can kind of do the idea that I have. If not, the episode's going to be great regardless. As always, thank you so much for talking wrestling with me. See you guys later.